Near the Wild with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille.
Hello?
Hey, John.
Ggreg Chaille.
John Norris.
Matt Becker.
It feels like you're right across the room.
All right. Roll has been called, so we can officially start this meeting.
We have come to order.
John, where are you?
I'm at my work. I'm in a studio, but not like an audio studio. I'm in our big empty TV studio, so it sounds echoey on my end, but
sounds good.
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna have to adjust the levels a little bit, just because we've got a nice strong signal from John today.
Testing 1 2 3.
Yeah,
I built my own cell tower, so it should be.
Those aren't cheap either, by the way.
No.
And as you can attest. Yeah, we actually are sitting outside today on the patio.
The veranda.
In Bisbee, Arizona.
I could be outside, possibly. It's not, it's in the 50s.
You know, why can't you just settle for the fact that it's working fine?
No, I'm going to go outside.
First thing he wants to do is troubleshoot something that's not broken.
Yeah. I'm going to go sit by a dumpster out in the parking lot, see how that works.
Well, I am nursing a fucking hangover. We drank a lot last night.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened either.
I was
pacing myself.
I realized we got together to do a podcast with Stanhope and Chad, and at one time I was drinking mimosas. Then I remembered this morning. Oh yeah, I had 3 double dirty martinis after the mimosas.
Oh yeah, those have a tendency to sneak up on you.
Yeah, I think that did it. So yeah, so it's a slow start today, but it's nice and hot out here in Bisbee, Arizona, and the beer's cold.
Yep.
That happened to me on Saturday. Matt Collins and I got together at the peanut farm, and we somehow drank like all the beers, and we were shocked by how many beers they told us we drank at the end, because we were planning on only just like having a beer, and I was waiting for Stephanie to get done, but then she met us there, and then when we cashed out, they were like, all right, and you guys had 20 beers. Like, what?
What? That's impossible.
Yeah, we were like, count again. We've only been here for, look at my watch, 4.5 hours. Yeah. That isn't possible.
So that's 3 beers a minute.
Well, you know, it's a young man's game, and we're trying to stay in.
Yeah, remember, if you don't practice, I mean, learn that from your Olympiads. You're going to miss out on a few weddings and other things, but
priorities.
You will be.
Sometimes you gotta tell your friends, no, I can't stay in tonight. I have to keep drinking.
Yeah, it'd be wrong if I were to stay home and drink.
Did we bring up the Prince's guitar that we bought 2 weeks ago?
I don't know if we fully.
Yeah.
John, we talked about it last week?
Or the week before?
Well,
yeah, you guys got
We've talked about the guitar, because it's the one he used during the performance, the George Harrison Hall of Fame, or whatever it was. Hall of Fame?
Yeah, and you guys, was it? It was not a Hall of Fame. I don't know what it was, but everybody knows.
In the induction, his induction.
When he throws.
He throws the guitar up in the air, and no one knew what the fuck it was.
We know where it is now.
You guys bought that guitar.
We went and bought one, yeah.
And did you get it? Is it in?
Well, that's why I wanted to make sure if I had talked about it last week, I wanted to give an update. If we hadn't talked about it, I wanted to let everyone know that we researched it and then made a very fucking drunken impulse buy.
But a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And now it won't come off of my. Now that I've bought it, of course, it won't come off of my the advertising on the web browsers. Now,
any web browser.
All I see now is that guitar, and it's like, I know, I bought it.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's my problem with it. Like, why don't they try to sell you other Prince guitars?
Like, go great with your new guitar, and then show you
strings or something.
Yeah, or a hot girl.
Yeah. But I just got a notice. Well, the first notice I got from them was actually not from them, but it was from my credit card company. Fraud protection.
Yeah, saying this must have been a mistake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is out of your spending pattern.
Yeah.
And then when I cleared that up, because I freaked out because I tried with like 2 other cards.
Right, and we can go through.
And so now it looked like someone had stolen a wallet and they were
going through every card.
Buying all of Prince's guitars.
Your Safeway card has now been charged.
So after that, I saw that it was kind of at a standstill. I thought, wow, that should be a quicker turnaround. You know, I mean, the way they're hammering me with this stuff, that should be ready to go and just wait to put a name on it. Well, today I got a notice. It's preparing to ship.
I don't even know what a guitar would do for that. I would send you a video of Prince throwing it in the air and then have the delivery guy chuck it over your fence. Please go to the front. There you go.
A little to the left.
That's a great idea.
Well, I hope to have, I leave, in a couple days to go with Doug on tour in Canada. So I won't be here when hopefully it's here before I get back, but, maybe it'll be, a surprise for all of us. And we should unbox on the show
live. Yeah.
Where do you think it came from, John?
Obviously it came from Paisley Estates in Minnesota.
Technically.
You can't guess where would they be able to do this at such a cheap price?
We were concerned steel tariffs might drive up the price.
I know our official stance is we don't recognize Taiwan as a country, but is it from Taiwan?
No.
China. The Chinese?
Of course, it's from China. Prince had a long, storied history with the Chinese.
Yeah.
He only entrusted them.
He was short. Nobody realizes he was. They were on his level.
Yeah.
He was tall. He was tall in China.
He only trusted them with their nimble fingers to actually,
Well, remember when he's young boy? When he's young boy, he had his feet wrapped.
Yep.
So it was like
bound.
A geisha. Yeah, they were bound. So that's why he could wear those little shoes.
With the platforms. Yeah. It almost looks like he's doing a pirouette. Yeah. Those are that's what's comfortable for him.
Mm-hmm. He only trusted a small factory in the Shenzhen province that it only employed about 7 million people, and they put together his guitars and his high heels.
We should have looked for a bundle pack.
Yeah.
Prince's bound feet, high heel platforms, and a guitar.
Yeah, I want the combo.
You
get chips with that. Yeah, you get chips with that.
So we'll update and we'll hopefully do an unboxing when I get back. So
yes,
and we'll play it live on the air.
This thing doesn't play. This doesn't work. You wanted a working guitar.
You got the replica gun you hang on the wall.
This is not the kind of guitar you play.
It's going to be like one of those Happy Meal toy guitars where the strings are just painted on.
No, that's actual size on the browser.
That's You're like, that's what they keep showing you. We showed you the size.
You've clicked "Don't show me again" 50 times. We have proven that you have seen that this is actual size.
The guitar is about half the size of Google Earth.
I just booked my tickets to Germany in July.
That's right.
So I'm already not looking forward to a 10-hour flight from Anchorage to Frankfurt.
Yeah, do you go straight to Frankfurt or do you stop in Heathrow?
It is a straight flight to Frankfurt.
Look at you.
Wow. That is
but I couldn't shell out for the premium. So I'm stuck in economy. So now I'm looking. Now I'm doing a lot of research on neck pillows.
Neck pillows. Don't even worry about that. You're not gonna have that kind of room. I mean, do you understand what the Germans did to people? I mean, have you seen their train cars? I'm just saying, there's a direct flight for a reason. You would get off in Heathrow if it wasn't.
Good point. Yeah,
that's true. I didn't think about that.
Don't stop.
Yeah.
Or do they get off?
And it kills every time. Halfway through, 5 hours in, they wake you up when you finally nod off from lack of blood flow. And they wake you up and go, "Would you like your Frankfurter?" You guys really serve Frankfurters on this airline?
Oh, the best Frankfurters.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I've done that flight before, and it goes by pretty fast. It's like it's basically 3 movies and 8 beers, and you're in Germany. It's not that bad.
Now, where do you sit when you have a choice to sit on a long flight in a plane, where do you choose to sit? Are you a window guy? Or you just
I'm in the aisle.
Give me the fuck.
Oh, ever since that window incident, now you're an aisle.
Yeah. I thought about that.
I don't care. I'm still
I don't need shrapnel flying at my face.
I'm still taking the window.
For long flights, I like the aisle because I gotta get up and pee, and you know for sure if there's somebody sitting next to you, they're gonna be asleep on a 9-hour flight, and when they fall asleep is when you're gonna have to go take a shit.
These are some Oompa people here. They're gonna be brushing against you every time somebody needs to scurry up and down the aisle. I can't stand
No, these
that.
are Europeans. They're all very skinny.
No, they already are there. They're not going there. You're going there. You're with Americans that love peanut blogs. And do we get Frankensteins? Yeah, for our beers.
A Frankenstein for your beer? That kind of sounds delicious.
Doesn't it?
Hey, so I like the aisle because I like to get up. I have to do a thing now where I have to, because I usually have been drinking a little bit. I have to cross my legs. So when I fall asleep, I don't fucking have that dream where you're peeing and you wake up.
And you're peeing?
Yeah. So I've carefully figured out a way. If I lock my one knee over the other, and you kind of lock your foot into the.
You can sterilize yourself that way.
It doesn't hurt if it's a little moist down there.
So you're locking your urethra with your legs while you sleep.
I'm sealing the ship.
You're tying the tube.
Yeah, and then I'll fall asleep. But then you can
get 5 or 6 more beers in.
You can keep drinking, but then I'll lock my leg, like the foot. I'll hit it. I'll get it stuck into a position. There's a lot of ways you can kind of move it around, kind of like with a tripod. You kind of just get the right kind of angle on it. You can always move the leg out or move it in.
The rescue raft. I just open that box and stick my leg in the rescue raft, and then it keeps you from moving.
Yeah, I do that, and then I can continue to drink. And the one time I remember before all this, and this is kind of what prompted this is, men of our age, Becker. Mm-hmm. We have to come up with life hacks. This is a little warning to John, the millennials
the future.
But I remember Doug and I were going to Amsterdam. This was 10, 15 years ago. And we were so drunk, and then we were in first class, and we're wearing our ridiculous suits, and I fell asleep, and I had just gotten a glass of Merlot in first class, and I spilled it all over me, and I still hadn't woken up. Wow. And then I did I shuddered. And I look, and the glass is down, like on my lap and stuff. And now I've got this really nice gold jacket. It's a gold jacket. And it had like a burgundy stain all on the sleeve and stuff. And then the stewardess came over and asked if I need, can I help you with that? I go, no, I'll do it. So class act here in the first class. Yeah. I take my jacket off and I've got it all of my pants and everything. Take the jacket off, and I basically balled up the jacket and stuck it in the sink in the first class bathroom. And as I'm squeezing it, I'll be a minute. I'm squeezing and squeezing.
Doing laundry.
I'm trying to get it down to, not the whole jacket. I'm just trying to get like that arm, but I'm trying to like wring it out. And as I'm doing that smell of mothballs and old attic.
Right. You've activated the inert ingredient.
That's it. Yeah. I would have preferred it to smell like wine. But it's still now, that smell is there.
I would open the door and say, could I please get some soda water? And she'd be like, yeah. And then go, could I get some vodka with that? I'm just going to hang out in the lounge.
I need a match to burn this fucking jacket.
Everybody in first
class must have been
whispering, oh, he must be new money.
Yeah. He must have won something.
Yeah, there was no must there. But that jacket still smells like that. I still have it. And the thing that saved it was that I got water on it quick enough but I had to wear that jacket.
You could have peed on it.
I could have peed on it. Would have improved the smell.
Now, the clamp on the leg thing, that's a clever hack. But when you wake up and you uncross your legs, don't you have to pee immediately?
It's not like unkinking a hose.
No, it is a kink in the hose. That's exactly. You know what? Use the perfect analogy.
But I'm ready for it.
It's a kink in a hose.
Flipping around like a water weenie.
We don't know that yet. Maybe men of a certain age, maybe that's the...
Like a fire hose that's been let loose.
Yeah, you know what? Old people are shut-ins. It's like, they probably go, I can't ever show my face again after the time I folded my legs and fucking weedy whacked the entire front row.
And that's why I travel by bus.
Yeah.
Before you uncross your legs, you just have to ask, can I get like 27 empty cups, please? Just line them up.
Yeah.
Well, so far, guys, it's worked. And it is when I have to sit in a aisle seat, Tracy and I usually swap for the middle. One way, I'll be in the middle. Other way, it should be right. When I have to sit inside and there's other people there, I hate fucking having that. Excuse me.
The middle is the worst. The middle is hands down the worst because you're interfered by the guy getting up from the Johns.
And then you got to bother someone to get up too.
Yeah. And then the window guy. And you're just going, could we at some point just sit here? It was like a circus. So that's why I like the window. You just lean against it. And I like that too. Like I'll open it, like going to Costa Rica. Oh, I always like to see what's changed from the above. And you'll pull it open and you're looking and they're burning cane fields or something. And then you realize the guy in the middle seat, the one I just said was the hell seat. Yeah. He's now waking up because sun is now hitting him in the face. And you're like, oh, sorry. Was that in your face? I guess you should have got the window seat if you don't like it because I control the window.
Oh, flying.
So I'm on my way to Deutschland, and
what's your first thing you're doing when you got stuff planned out, or is it a relative trip?
I don't. I'm researching it now. So Stephanie and her mom are going as well, and they're gonna be hanging out with family. So I'm gonna have a lot of time on my own because one, my German's terrible, and so I like hang out and just listen to her family talk. I'll just go and look at stuff. So I'm looking for stuff to do.
Does Stephanie speak fluent German?
Yes.
Oh, you're a lonely
you're up
man.
Against it. We're all gonna play charades, except for this guy.
And it's great because I try. I've been learning for a couple of years now, but when I talk, I still sound like a kindergartner because all I can say is like, "Look, there's a duck," and everyone's like, "Yeah, it's a duck."
Perhaps your friend can keep a score.
You speak as well as your JFK did. Jelly roll.
Ich bin donut.
But I know how to order food and beer, so I do pretty well in restaurants.
Yeah, and Germany's one of those places where everyone speaks at least 3 languages. So
yeah.
Hopefully one of them's yours.
I'm fine until they start throwing numbers out, and then I'm just like, I don't know. Here, is this enough? I just
What's the exchange rate? What's the exchange rate, John? How many douche marks? How many douche marks is it?
The euro and the dollar are pretty even.
Oh, they're using euro. What about their local money?
No, they don't use.
They're on the euro.
They use Duke marks anymore?
No.
How's their economy doing so good?
Well, that's the thing is they are, and that's the problem.
They're the only one.
With the euro is that the economies that aren't doing good drags the others down, and they're supposed to be a thing where everyone's kind of progressing, and then, and then Britain jumping out doesn't help.
No, the Britain jumping out thing is very funny.
Yeah,
even
when we go to, we need to talk about Mexico. We went to tacos.
Yeah.
We forgot to talk about it last week, but we'll circle back to that. I don't know how the money thing works. I just know that I have like when we went to get tacos that time, I had $50 and I got that into pesos, and then I just keep holding that money and giving part of it away until it's gone. I don't really think how much everything is.
I was using Denise as my go-to on how to thing, and she kept going, it's like $3, and then I'm looking at the thing because they had Corlejo there at that store. Yeah. And it was, 400 pesos, which, you got to get in the mindset. How much is a peso worth?
Wasn't it 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
18 to a dollar?
Yeah.
No, that's not right.
Yeah. That was 18 pesos to $1.
18 pesos to $1?
Yes.
No.
No, that's exactly right.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing.
No.
We're at the restaurant, and I go, fuck this. I just give him the money, and then he hands it back, and if Denise goes, oh, that's not right, then I let her do it. But I don't have to think about it. I don't even try.
Right. Because, that's what I can get. It was like 350 pesos for that food.
For the platter.
The platter.
Well, I guess we should talk about it.
Yeah, I guess we are.
One peso is $0.051. So it's like, was that 5 cents?
5 cents.
But put in a. Wait, 1 peso. Okay, so 17 pesos is what?
That would be, if it's 5 cents, that's like,
I mean, 20 pesos is just over $1.
20. Okay, so 20. So it was 300.
Right?
so that doesn't
See, that's what I'm saying. What converter are you using? Is it metric?
Google?
We all graduated, right?
No, but but that's what threw us off down there. I'm used to Costa Rica where you just really double it. Everyone acts like you're a genius. You're like, you double it. 5,000 colones, $10.
Figuring out tip.
Yeah.
By
they added in.
tax.
No, they added in. Don't worry. 13%. Drop a fork. Best pick it up. Tips included.
Tips included.
Yeah.
Well, John, we have some friends that are actually the uphills out here. They're
Alaskans.
They're Alaskans, and they winter down here. And
Smart.
before they left to go back up to Alaska for the summer, they said, "Hey, we'll go to Agua Prieta, which is about 30 minutes from here, just across the border from Douglas. We park at a shopping center and walk maybe quarter of a mile. It's nothing. It's a couple blocks, and walk right into a foreign country."
Yeah, but the other thing
to
is
get food.
These guys just go, "Oh yeah, we'll just park here," and it's behind like a whatever famous footwear or something, and it's just signs everywhere. It says no parking if you're not a customer, towed, da da da, and everybody's just like, "No, it's fine." I'm just like, but I mean, that's that learning curve. If John and I went down there and be like, "Oh, we can't park here.
Look,
we can't."
See, there's a sign there and there's one there. But look at that guy's looking at us.
Yeah, and they just do it, and it's not apparently enforced. But just the idea that you'd be in Douglas without a car then would be weird. Yeah.
That means you got to live there
because you're mocking the guy when you're crossing. What is this guy? This guy's so poor. He's got no shoes. You go, you have no car, so fuck off. We're both walking together now.
Turns out you lost more.
Yeah.
Well, we go across the border and we just walk, following the uphills, and we get to this place called Appa. But right next to Appa is a liquor store, but the liquor store is like open air, and you can drink beer there.
Yeah, it's a bar.
They make drinks.
Store.
They make drinks there.
That's perfect. That's genius.
It's great.
It's actually a neat idea.
And then Dave told the proprietor, he was going to put there's an 8-pack of beers. He put it in a plastic bag and he was ready to dump ice on the whole thing. So we had a cooler to go. And he's all, "No, that's all right. We're taking them next door." So we go next door with 2 8-packs of beer and brought our own beer, ordered the food, and no one gives a shit.
No, in the restaurant they don't have a liquor license, but they have a bar, restaurant, liquor store next door. So they just kind of turn a blind eye. I mean, yeah, got to be discreet, but it was like, yeah, have at it.
I mean, we weren't doing keg stands, but
but
we weren't hiding.
I thought this was a less advanced country. This sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and then we ordered the food was like there's 2 plates that you get, platters is what it is, and it's all in Spanish. And I gleaned one is just straight up meat, and the number 2 has more of like they have some cheek and tongue and so a couple of specialty pieces.
Oh, we had the udder.
Yeah, and Kim ordered. The guy came by, but we all weren't sitting down yet, and she just went, "Oh yeah, we'll get 2 platters, number 1." And I thought, well, what the fuck? Shouldn't we all order at the same time? I mean, I was like sitting there going, now you're going to get your food, and then because I want a platter, and then Tracy wants a platter, Becker will want one, but they're not even here yet. And so then everyone gets there, and no one's concerned about ordering, and then all of a sudden the food shows up. A platter is like enough for 6 people. I was getting frustrated because I was going to buy 8 platters.
Do you know how much food would have been like on some Food Network show? If you could eat all this, you get your name on the wall.
Man versus food. Yeah, I was
the guy would have looked at you real surprised, like, "Ocho?" And then he would have gone back and had to kill like 3 more cows.
Kill another goat.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was like they keep the tortillas coming. And there's tons of what you would say like a relish. There's like different condiments to put on, but there isn't like a ton of. There's no cheese. There's no like filler stuff.
No rice, no beans. I mean, it's not a filler thing, and it was so amazing but it was just literally flavor and their sauces. Oh, they had some hot. Huh?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying not to eat carbs right now, so that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And cabbage.
The meat was
cabbage.
They put it on one of those racks. Like they cut off the
like gyros.
Yeah. So it spins, and then they put it on a grill and heat it up some more.
So it's cooked in this like triangle shape, and then he slices it down, but it's all shredded when he cuts it. So like they must whack
it's just like stacks of meat. All on a big
it's just piles of meat, John.
But it's got this really kind of electric glow color to it.
Yeah, there was a weird thing, and I assume that's a seasoning.
I just told myself
a rub. Could it have been a rub?
I hope it was the right rub. Mm-hmm. I just told myself it was tapatio because it looked like that color. Mm-hmm. So it was. It was great taste.
The Yucateca hot sauces that are like that neon green and neon red color.
Yeah, those look like someone just decided to open up a hot sauce shop online because those stickers are like, did someone print this at home? I know it's what you're talking about.
Those are great. I have they make a black one too. I found a black one.
We have. I have one. I was going to send to you. So now you've ruined it.
No.
No, I'm still sending. I'm going to send it.
You'll need it for Germany.
It's really good.
Yeah,
got to bring your own.
I went to a Mexican restaurant in Germany last time I was there, and it was real awful.
Yeah, well, they don't have Mexicans. We have Mexicans.
They don't.
So why
don't they have Turkish. They have that's kind of like Mexicans.
BYOBM.
Could mean a lot of things. Well, the one thing that we have Denise with us who speaks fluent Spanish, and I point to the sign and I go, "What's this one?" And it's tacos de ubre or something.
Yeah,
ude. I go, "What's that?" She goes, "Oh, that's an udder taco."
But she got excited. She was like, "Oh, it's really hard to get udder tacos." And I'm like, "Well."
So I'm all, "Yeah, I'm in," and she's
we're getting 70 pounds of cheek. I don't understand how we can't get udders,
dude. Those were some of the. It was very crispy and
flavorful,
squishy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was good. I tried. I would order one, but I was like going, I want to see what it looks like first.
Yeah.
In case it's just like a hot dog and udder, they just lop it off. And are you allergic to dairy? You might want to squeeze it.
It's just a big giant like thumb-sized teat in a taco.
I know.
Yeah, is this a hot dog? No, you said udder taco, right?
Yeah, you udder taco.
Well, how do you think udder comes?
Yeah.
If you bite it just right, the milk shoots out in your mouth.
Guy comes out, does balloon animals with it. Were you like a poodle?
It's a total silent movie. Bite one end, but Becker keeps getting squirted.
Squirt. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Take another bite. Squirt. Ah.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
Just eat your taco. I'll figure out what's happening.
Yeah. Might I get an umbrella?
So then Becker eventually just grabs his cup of coffee and holds it up. Okay, now take a bite.
Thank you.
So now I want to go to Naco for tacos.
Yeah, that's another one.
That's another good place too.
Fucking so good, John.
So yeah, John, when you come out, we'll definitely, hopefully, you stay a couple days longer so we can do some of this stuff.
Yeah, I want to come down in October for
Halloween
for the haunted house.
Oh yeah. We've already I kind of ran through some of it with Chad last night. And because I don't know if people are as excited as I am.
I'm with you.
I know
Becky,
you are.
Becky, 1,000%.
Well, this is the thing.
1,000%.
Chad,
we're gonna have a dog contest this year too.
We need to talk about that offline. Yeah. So, Chad last night, I was like, hey, got these cracker things. Makes it look like fuse boxes catching on fire. And he's like, what? And so I explained it to him. I go, well, come here. And we look over the fence to where the vacant yard is, where the trailers are. And John, you know the place next door to where Tracy and I live, where the 2 trailers are?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do an actual walkthrough over in that area. So we're looking over it, and I go, okay, Chad, over here, it's gonna be this, and we'll walk this way, and this. And I'm like, is this exciting to you? Like thinking about like in advance like this? He goes, oh, dude. Yeah. The fact that it's going to be 3, because I said we're going to do for Saturday, Sunday, and then Wednesday, because Halloween's on a Wednesday, and he goes,
and private party Monday.
He goes, that's so great that we can like because when it's over after we only do one night, I'm like, oh, I gotta wait another year. I'm like, oh, good. So he's excited. I know you're excited.
I'm fucking kidding.
I'm excited. We got some fun stuff.
I'm ready to come down.
And and
we're doing bobbing for apples.
What?
Bobbing for apples. We're gonna do that. When's the last time you went somewhere they bob for apples?
I've never.
I mean, they call it waterboarding now, but I mean, to hold your kid down in the bucket.
The apples.
And he doesn't come out. You're a loser. He's all dripping wet. It's like, you're a loser. Get an apple.
See, the game is you stick your head in that. Well, I push your head down until you come up with a confession.
Yeah.
No apples.
No apples. No, we got an apple, but it's like
one part water, 2 part bleach. That's the key.
Yeah.
So, what's it going on up in Anchorage right now? I didn't even look at the ADN today because I was busy up until the time.
I don't really know. I tried to look at some news before today because, I don't really keep up with it. But there's a guy lost his dog. There's some teachers that are mad about how much they get paid.
What about the carjacking? The carjacking was good. You picked a lousy time to steal my car, Lucille.
Tell me about the carjacking.
Carjacking. They carjacked some woman with her kids and beat shit out of her and took her car. And then they have them on the news and they go, they faced 20 years in prison. And they're both like, we didn't do it. Like, that's their excuse. It's like, we didn't. Are you sure we did it? Yeah, you were driving around her fucking car. They pulled him over in the car. And they're going, no, that wasn't us.
We found the car like this.
I thought we hit her harder than that. She remembers this? Yeah.
Did they have the kids with them, or did they kick the kids out too?
They got the kid out, but it was.
Yeah, you always gotta, when you're carjacking, you always want to check the back seat.
Always check the back.
Can I just grab my kid?
It's interesting. I was watching the documentary. I think it was something on Vice. That Vice channel is pretty awesome, and it was someone talking about they used to carjack, but they used to steal cars, and they said that it all changed when the car manufacturers started doing these auto starts.
And the Viper. The Viper was the first one. Well, the Viper. Remember the car alarm?
Yeah.
Protected by Viper.
Oh.
Please step away. Protected by Viper. You don't remember those?
I remember. How did that change anything?
Because you couldn't steal the car anymore. It had cutoff switches on the thing. If you pulled the door handle, it would shut the battery off. So now they go, I got to take it while you're in it. I know it works then.
Well,
you weren't protected by the Viper. You were a victim because of the Viper.
This guy was saying that, well, as soon as they had these keyless starts and these auto starts and all this stuff, you just fucking wait until someone gets to their car and then you take it from them, because that's better than trying to hotwire it,
right.
Which there was a degree of difficulty there. And he says, and this guy was saying he no longer steals cars, but he's like, this is basically a response to what the car industry made. Like an improvement, and then we just took advantage of it. It made it much easier. I didn't have to. I just waited. And I said the best is you just wait till someone goes and pulls up and fills up their tank and then goes in the house, or goes to the convenience store, or when they're washing their car, and they leave the keys in it.
Yeah,
because they're washing their car. They're just standing there the whole time.
That's a great one.
Walk right up to the guy and go, get the fuck out and take it. And it's clean.
But Ggreg, as a millennial, I don't like to interact with people. I buy everything online, so I don't have to call anybody. Sure. When I have to call somebody, it's a real ordeal. So I'm not going to walk up to somebody and deal with them to steal their car. I'd rather just steal the car when they're away.
Well, that's the new one. I mean, remember, that's when they told you if you have one of those keyless entry ones, they're now telling you, and this is actually from everyone, you're supposed to wrap it in tinfoil and keep it in your fridge so that way the signal won't go out. Because what they started doing was the big breakthrough was they kept going, these guys are stealing cars or breaking into cars with these black box. All it was is a signal extender.
Yeah.
They just play it and it picks up your signal there and sends it to your car. So you're in your fucking condo, your car's down in the carport, and I just pick up your signal, unlock your car, go through your car, or steal it. I can start it and take off. And they're going, we don't know how they're doing it. You don't know how they're doing it. The same reason you don't want one of those credit cards you just wave and it fucking pays for gas. Everybody at the pump starts filling up as soon as you wave your fucking card. You're an idiot.
I think maybe I talked about this on some other episode, but so in Anchorage, they say that over 90% of the cars that are stolen get recovered because there's no chop shops, there's nowhere to go with the cars. they all get recovered because people just use them as like temporary transportation. It's like we have our own Anchorage version of Uber, and it's just walking up to a car and driving away in it.
Uber Light.
Or those bikes. You just ride it until you're done riding.
Throw it up in a tree.
Yeah, and then you toss it up in a tree. I'm saving that for later.
Sorry about your car, you know. I just always think it wouldn't be that hard for the cops just to look over and see a guy, you know, looks a little fucking crazy. It's sitting there and you're looking over and I don't think his kid's an honor student. I should pull him over. It's like, what? Where'd you get the car? It was running when I got it.
So those guys are facing 20 years.
Yeah, the carjacking ones, yeah. But, you know, they're cracking down on crime. They went new. Hey, what about the drones, John? The police got drones going yet?
No, I haven't seen any.
Oh, that's what they're now. They desperately want armed drones.
Armed drones?
Yeah, the cops
Armed
are tired
drones?
of out there having to go do this. They want to sit at home on their day off and get overtime and shoot you while you're...
I don't...
That seems like a terrible idea.
No, what do you mean terrible idea, John? I bet you thought the pipeline was a bad idea, too.
So,
I don't know.
what? I don't... Putting armed drones up in the sky over your city...
They're operated by cops. They use the best judgment.
That doesn't...
I mean, they're 9-year-olds running the drone. They don't know how to run drones. They can barely get those lights on.
I mean, if you just having an eye in the sky, I think would be enough to deter.
Yeah, but having an eye and a gun in the sky is a bigger
Make sure
deterrent.
no one goes out in the street.
You could just slap your chest and scare the shit out of people. Just say, oh, fuck. It's the fucking gun-toting drone guy.
Yeah, I keep wondering when I'm going to jump into the drone thing.
I have one. I brought it to Costa Rica and I just left it down there because then I wasn't sure if you could fly it here.
There's a lot of crazy rules, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I want one of those Chinese ones.
You guys are so close to the border. There's probably some restrictions on where you can fly near the border.
We're very close to a community airport. It's just right over the hill.
Yeah. So there's like 3 different things. So I think I'm definitely getting one.
Yeah, you can get one.
That's
you
my
can still
selling
fly
point.
it. You can still fly it. They have built-in software restrictions now on how high you can fly it.
Yeah, I want one of those without that. I'm going to go down to,
you can do it.
we're getting Naco Tacos. I'm going to get one in Mexico. I bet they don't have restrictions on their drones because they're a free America.
Well, you're going to end up flying it in some cartel's airspace and get picked up.
Or you'll get a job.
You can unlock them. I believe you can like download software that will unlock it for you. You can fly wherever you want and crash it into a plane if you want to.
No, John, no one's talking about that.
Yeah.
Just
whoa,
stop,
why
stop.
do you gotta?
What's this?
Why do you all of a sudden false flag?
Starts talking about carjacking a car, and now he's into.
I just want to use it like a food processor. Have it do that hover mode where I can just take a cucumber out and go.
There's rules. There's rules for a reason.
Pampered chef drone.
Or kind of a Flowbee for a haircut.
Oh, could you imagine drone cuts?
Drone cuts.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll even out. Hair grows, right?
Yeah.
It'll be patchy, but it'll get cut.
I mean, the software wasn't updated. That's the reason you.
So they have software in them that keeps them from doing certain things. Is that what you said?
At least in the DJI ones, which are the main. They're the main drone maker. They make all the Phantoms and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I have one of their little ones, and it's pretty great. You can get pretty awesome footage, and it's really easy to fly.
Does it have the thing where it'll follow you?
Yes.
Oh, I saw that one.
That's really cool. I like that. Just the idea you're now paying for a stalker.
Yeah.
You're like, leave me alone, man. It only flies 15 minutes, though, so you're not that popular.
Get it, time it just right to look cool.
Like, where'd my drone go? I don't know, 15 minutes back. That's where it is.
John, why do you have a drone?
I don't know, for fun.
I mean, you can. I didn't know if it was like a work thing or...
That was very accusing. I don't know.
He has trouble finding his car keys sometimes.
Yeah.
So he just keeps a drone with a spare set of keys. He just follows me.
I've used it for just for fun video stuff.
Okay.
That's the other thing. I can't tell you I use it for any professional work because you're supposed to have like an FAA certified
Right.
You're supposed to take a test to be able to use it for professional work.
No, when we were selling our house, they go, "Oh, we have to have a certified guy." We have pictures from a drone. A friend brought it over and took pictures. He goes, "Oh no, we can't just use pictures anymore. We have to get a certified guy." And we're like, then we don't want to do it. And then the guy one day just shows up. I'm taking drone pictures. I go, our house is already in closing. Why the fuck are you taking drone pictures? I'm not paying for this.
I don't know. Maybe do they just look at real estate listings and just show up like we're doing this in church?
No, I mean, it was like a vague conversation, but it was all done when he shows up. He goes, "I don't know." And
realtors always have like, "Oh, we're going to do this, and then we'll do an open
staging.
House. We're going to do." This is the one thing the lady that sold my mom's house, which she was a friend of the family for years, and I don't think we had really good advice from her. But my brother was out of state. I'm out of state. We're just at the mercy. She's like, we do a thing where it's only open to all other realtors and they come in. Right. My brother set up cameras in the house. That's
a new thing.
So he could watch it, see what was happening. Cause my brother was actually doing the fucking work. He comes home from Mega Monsters and then he fires up the thing and he reviews the people that come into the house.
What they're saying.
And he hears what they say. And then she walks in and says, "Oh, yes. Now there's 3 bedrooms on this side and the master over there." And, my brother's all, she never fucking tells about the award-winning school that like people are moving to that neighborhood just for the fucking school. Yeah, she never says anything. It's like, "Do you have kids?" "Oh yeah, we have 2. One's going to start high school." "All right, I'll be in here if you need anything." My brother's like going crazy. What are you doing?
Does he have speakers on his cameras? Because he could jump in. "Hey, what about the fucking school?
Over here." She just opens the door. I'm the realtor. But it was so funny.
It's haunted.
It was eye-opening because when you do, like, Becker, your house sold in
6 hours.
Yeah. So, but ours sat on the market for a while because we had, I thought, some bad advice. But what happened was we cued in on what people were coming in and going, and they were complaining about like an outdated backyard or something like that. And these are the things that I think that's revolutionary for selling a house is figuring out what these people want while they're not being monitored.
No.
Well, they think they're not being monitored.
Right.
See, people are used to
cameras. There's no expectation of privacy. You're in my house.
Well, but you want to focus on, if we painted, you mean a fucking gallon of eggshell white would have fucking changed their opinion on this that's valuable information. And it's not hurting anyone. You're just making it more appealing.
Or a neighbor across the street. It was a weird house. They came in. She was
the one
doctor and
straight across from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was a doctor. She was a great lady. It was very funny. I really got to know her when they were moving because they offered her like 3 times as much money to do pediatrics down in Homer. Mm-hmm. She goes, "I hate leaving, but we did." All of a sudden they paint their door blue, which I have no idea why you paint your door blue. Right? And then I'm on one of those websites like a Zillow and I go, "If you paint your door blue, you can get extra $1,000 from a seller." And we're like, it looked like some fucking, like some British thing or, like, is it on some TV show or, cause their door's blue. White House.
Paint a door blue. And look, I'm all for funky colors. I had a house with a red door in Tampa, but it's because we just wanted a red door. We weren't trying to angle.
I thought the colorful door is usually just to give people directions. You say, "I have the purple door,"
or if you're like a drunkard and can't find your house in condos, you go, "Yeah, I'm the purple door because I keep getting drunk and knock on the wrong door." But it was weird.
That's why we have street numbers.
Because I couldn't figure. I go, "Why would you?" It looked hideous. And then the new people, they kept it because we have a blue door. And I go, "Yeah, you do." And a deck on the side of the street.
Is that a blue door?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's obviously bullshit. But I did read if you put a raccoon skull in your freezer, it ups the sell value of your house by 25%.
Really?
Wait, now. The skull, like, stripped of meat, or the skull, like
a live head
pulled off?
Like, you open it, it comes popping out.
Well, in some states, you can only get it with the meat on it still, and you gotta, so it's up to you.
Where the blue door thing? What the fuck?
No, and we couldn't figure out why they did. It looked hideous on the house. It didn't make sense.
But that goes back to my point of like realtors will come at you with these things like, well, we've got to get a drone Because what we're doing is a drone, and the drone will be the drone, and the drone will come in. We need a guy who's a drone thing. That the drone will be the drone. Just fucking, we'll take the picture when we're leaving the state because we've already sold the house.
I literally, when we were talking to him, and God love him, but he sat there and did everything we learned from watching those home improvement shows. We're going to bring in a stager. We're going to do this and this. And we're like, how much is this going to cost? And then he tried to low us on the price. We go, trust me, this is a very difficult to get in area. We know where we live. Yeah. And he was wrong on everything. Okay. It was on the market. It would have been sold quicker than that, but he didn't have this. He didn't have it, which it turns out is illegal. You have to post. So you couldn't just stick your signs in the yard and not actually be selling out. He put the sign up on Thanksgiving and then later he goes, I don't have it listed yet. So I can't technically have the sign there. So when people were calling me, he wasn't answering because he didn't want to tilt the fact that it wasn't listed, which is illegal. I go, what the fuck is wrong with you? So then 6 hours it sold and the drone guy shows up. I'm like, what? He goes, one case it falls through. I go, what falls through? They love it. They want the house. You're the only thing impeding anything.
Oh, by the way, and this house isn't for sale. It's illegal to be sold right now.
Yeah. Tell him it's not for sale. That's a great sales pitch. You fucking psycho.
It's almost like realtors are just kind of unqualified.
They're kind of phoning it in,
trying to just do whatever it takes to make some sort of sale.
Their job is to sell a house. Their job isn't to get you your best price. Their job is to sell the house and move on to the next house.
Right.
And when you look at it that way, okay, like Becker, you're a bartender. Your job isn't to make sure everyone has like the most amazing night. It's not your job for that. Your job is to make drinks for people, keep them entertained to a certain degree, but you're not hand holding all the way. And that's the same thing like any service industry. Right. They've got a job to do and they're going to try to do it. The thing is, you run into some people that think of it as just turn and burn. Get them, we'll take the low one.
Right.
No, you want to go lower. You want to go, because they don't care. In the scheme of things, it's going to knock off maybe a couple bucks off of their commission anyway. It's little compared to
what they get. Yeah. So they don't care.
So $10,000 is a lot for you. If you want to give $10,000 to take off the price is a lot, but that doesn't mean shit to them because they're only getting a small piece of that.
Well, that's the other thing. He was debating what it should go for. And then we said, well, this is what we're putting it on. He goes, are you sure? And then it sold, like I said, immediately. Yeah. It never was on the market.
But you've had someone in that neighborhood since the 60s.
Right.
Right.
So we said, okay. And they knew the neighborhood. They knew people who lived there. They're cross-country skiers. They're right on the green belt. That was everything for them.
Yeah.
And so that was all good. But what was really bizarre was then he's like, well, what if it falls through? Like what if I screw it up? That's what it felt like. And I said, and he'd sit there rubbing his head at our house and we're like, okay, well, we're going to go to bed. So you can just go now. Because
let's just say hypothetically, I told the buyers that it's, there's an Indian burial ground underneath your house.
I mean, but that was the other thing. People said, well, don't you want to wait, see if you get a bigger, I go, no, we put a price and they said yes. And we went from there and and then it takes whatever for time to do it. So you're a little stressed on that, and then it was done. And then it was like, it was weird though, cause it is weird to sell it. Cause you're just like, they offer you full amount. I mean, remember it's like on those, the pawn shop shows. Well, how much you want? He offers full amount. He goes, well, hang on now. Maybe I could get more. Or you could have a duster that you could have got $18,000 for. Now you're wanting to penny haul it for $2,700.
I'm sending John a picture of the guitar.
Oh yeah. Fucking dude, this is going to be huge. I mean, once word gets out that Bisbee has Prince's guitar.
There it is. Should be coming your way.
I'm waiting.
I do want to notice, I want everyone to take notice, you have not dropped once, John. Crystal
it's
clear.
Been good.
Discord.
It's been good.
Discord is amazing with the right Wi-Fi.
It's I don't understand because at my house I sent Chaille a screenshot from a speed test I took last night at my house, and it was actually faster than what it just told me I have here where I'm recording now. So
yeah, your speeds were that kicks our ass. So I think we're at 25 megabytes down, and I think 10 up, 7 or 10 up, which isn't a lot, but it's way better than what we had before when we had CenturyLink. So when I saw your numbers, I'm like, what the fuck, man? You're like double ours across the board plus. So I think there's something wrong with connecting. It's not the pipe going out. It's there's something wrong with staying connected.
My pipes are all screwed up.
Cross your legs.
Yeah. It's going to be a long flight.
So John,
no, it's good.
See the picture?
Yeah, that guitar looks fucking sweet.
Yeah. So it's
are you gonna start? You guys, I'm telling you guys, get more Prince guitars and start a Prince cover band, a tribute band.
Oh, I was gonna say, let's open a Prince museum in Bisbee.
Yeah.
All replica guitars.
Mm-hmm.
The purple cafe.
We'll go. Yeah.
Oh.
We'll go to Gap Kids and get all their leftovers and
outfits.
Do you think they have velour jumpsuits at Gap Kids?
I bet they do.
If you there's a comment box. You just fill in the things you want. A couple weeks it'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
I need some very deep V's with rhinestones
and some mascara.
I did see him. I saw a YouTube clip the other day where he was practicing before a performance in Japan, and they've just got the shot on him, and it's outdoors. You can tell it's outdoors, but you don't know where the venue is, and he's just jamming along, and he's just noodling on the piano, and and the whole band, for them, they don't fuck up. Even jamming, you're like being on fucking point. And he's like, we're going to go G here, drop it down to C, then we're going to D, and then we'll resolve it. Play loose right there, and then straight up, and everyone's fucking on it. But they're jamming, right?
Yeah.
This is their jam. And it's very loose, very cool. And then they spin the camera around, and you get on the other side of Prince. They're at a stadium, and that's where they're jamming. Just fucking around. Yeah. They're sound checking, but they got a little time to work on some stuff. And it is just so fucking cool. It's a completely empty stadium, but they're like at one of the goalposts.
That was a show, actually. Yeah. It was, the flyer had the wrong address.
Yeah, nuts. The Japanese, not Prince wasn't big in Japan. China was more
Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, we lost a day. No, we gain a day when we go to Japan.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck it.
Let's just work on some tunes.
It's the Near the Wild podcast, and I'm not invited. It's the Near the Wild podcast, and I'm not invited.
It was a good show. And then Intruders.
Did you have a question, Doug?
Doug Stanhope is here, and he's going through his old linens because he's getting ready for his eBay garage sale, and he has some amazing stuff. Amazing.
Chaille does too.
Yeah,
Chaille has amazing stuff, and I'm picking through it because I might take his hand-me-downs.
I've lost it. John, I've lost a jacket immediately to Becker.
Yep.
And Doug got a shirt and a jacket from me.
It's
yesterday.
like a shark skin.
It's not shark skin.
Well, it's.
I mean, if you're going to sell it, yeah, it's shark skin.
Shark skin.
Becker, you can pick through those to see if there's any shirts that you like.
All right. This is great. Bisbee's amazing, people.
If you lived here, you'd be drunk by now.
What size were those tennis shorts I saw a post of the other day?
Tennis shorts.
Oh, those are a medium.
I saw Doug wearing some blue tennis shorts.
Oh yeah, those were the shorts he was wearing yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had something easy to take on and off because he was putting on suits.
Right.
Because Vavoom is the local eclectic. What kind of store is that?
It's a cool everything store.
Yeah, and our friends they run it, and Kelly handles all of the pictures and the postings and handles everything. So Doug basically just has to rake up a pile of clothes, put them on, and then she takes pictures, and then she does the rest, and then we advertise it. So.
And I'm always interested in the inner workings of the Doug Stanhope compound. When you have these sales, is this stuff that's been around for a long time, or has this been collected since the last sale?
Since the last sale, because 2 years ago we had a sale, and it was strictly Doug stuff. But these things they're like let's see. He uses residual checks that are for like 30 cents or something. He'll sell those, and he'll sign them. And then, I mean, those are things he collects that he thinks will be fun. And then there's suits that we wear on the road.
Like the suit from the High Times.
The one on the cover of High Times. That'll probably be one of the
biggies.
The high bids. Yeah.
Comes with a bag of weed.
Stuff that we wear on the road. And then, we didn't do one last year. And then this year, it's a lot of that stuff. Because we just buy so many suits while we're traveling, because that's what we do. We go to thrift stores. So we get this backlog of stuff, and then Doug gets into a fit of cleaning, and then calls Kelly and comes over, and then Becker. We just did a podcast last night with Doug, which I like the way that worked.
Yeah,
because Becker had a bag full of stuff that were memorabilia things, and before the podcast started, he started to go into the Becker show, and I'm like, stop!
No, it's got to be live. Fresh, yeah.
And so there were a couple of no way moments last night when he revealed some of the things that he had from the past. Becker clearing out of Anchorage, you got to look at it, remember it, throw it away to a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
but he kept a lot of things.
Yeah,
and that bag had some treasures in it.
Yeah,
you gotta do the Stanhope podcast as a video podcast.
Well, that's interesting.
That's a weird
concept. Like Joe Rogan does on.
If we only had we just don't know anyone that has anything to do with video.
If we only had a weird 360 camera,
get some 360 cameras so people can control it and look around.
Really? What brand would you get, Greg, if you were to get one?
Probably, to me, I'd get the Insta 361 with the
Kung Fu grip,
4K UHD, and the 24 MP. I don't know what those things are, but that's what it says on the lens.
That sounds good.
It's amazing. Is that the one you can put a string on and swing it over your head?
Yeah, we're gonna do that after this.
Okay.
I did it the other day. Tracy
was so much fun down here. God,
Tracy, you got to look. She was sitting down we're up on top of the fun house. We got a really good view, 360 up there, and so I got this. You put a monofilament line attaches to the bottom, and then you swing it over your head in circles, and then what it does is it looks like you're just standing there with your hand up in the air. And when I went back and looked at it, Tracy was afraid the whole time. She's like ducking, think I'm going to hit her.
which 50 years ago you would have.
But I'm like, that's not a good picture because you're like cowering. You need to be looking up, you know?
It's like an abuse video.
Yeah.
Remember it was
that's what they're going to bring out.
It's like Mitch Hedberg. I like pictures of people scared, so I mounted my camera on a gun. Yeah.
I haven't heard that joke forever.
Yeah,
that's funny. That's the thing I have to go through. Lynn is doing a project, and I got to go through when I get back from Canada. I'm going to go through the crawl space and grab all the stuff from being on tour.
Cool.
And from when Mitch originally came up to Coots back in the 95, 96, and for the documentary that she's doing. Yeah, so that'll be fun. But yeah. Video's a good idea, John. I just, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah. We're figuring it out.
Didn't we tell him we did it last week?
I don't know if we told
No.
him.
Oh, okay.
I don't keep up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we bought a 360 camera. Yeah, I just don't.
It's cool.
Still trying to figure out what we're doing with it.
Well, the idea, though, when you film it, that you could actually scroll up and look at the ceiling. That's why I said we're going to write stuff on the ceiling.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, weirdo?
Do you? And it just does you can just do YouTube Live with it. You can go straight to YouTube with it.
I think there's a way to do that. I haven't set up any of the options like that yet. I'm trying to turn it on right now while we're talking. It's Bluetooth enabled, which is.
You could do a live stream for baseball.
Here we go. It's live.
There.
Yeah, it's working right now. Should be. I can't. We're out in the patio, so it's hard to see that light. But yeah, it's just like that. Cool. It's the Insta 360. We'll see if I don't know where to post it because I like the idea of people listening to be able to scroll through and to look around everywhere. Because where we're at here, there's a lot of shit to look at.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where to post that. So
I think you can do. You can do YouTube Live, and if people subscribe to the channel, it'll tell them Chaille is live right now on YouTube Live. or Facebook does the same thing.
All right. So then I just hooked this up to it. This seems like a conversation off the podcast.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no. Anyway, it's
Okay.
It's evolving.
Here's the only prep work I did for this episode of Near the Wild. What are you guys doing June 2nd?
June 2nd.
Is that a Friday?
Because here's what you should be doing. You should be heading to Vegas to break the world's largest orgy record.
Been there, done that.
A group, they're breaking the record.
That's a Saturday.
June 2nd in Vegas at the Embassy Suites, which is perfect because the next day...
How many people does the Embassy Suites hold?
Embassy Suites is going to be hosting the Black Light Conference, so it's going to work out perfectly for them. I saw that news. Some group announced that they were breaking the world record, and they had a quote from a representative from Guinness that said, we do not measure such things.
I'm surprised that Embassy Suites isn't shutting it down. Usually when they would do those things,
think they know about it.
Well, I mean, you think that the producers would be like, yeah, if you want to know, we'll drop you a line. You're not a cop, right? I mean, come on. They gotta do something. You shouldn't be saying Embassy Suites just because Embassy Suites.
Well, how would you like to be standing there and not know this is going on? You're like,
family vacation.
Of course, this is my wife, Evelyn.
Listen, my kids love the pool, but it got a little rowdy in there.
Oh, fuck. I thought we were standing in line for the buffet. Well, I guess I've been waiting an hour. What, pants off? Or what?
No shirt, no shoes, you're in. Get in the bag.
So it's for couples, you have to sign up. You have to sign up for this, and for couples it's $200. For women, for single women, it's $25. So that's a big jump up.
So what if I'm transgender?
For single men, it there's
$1,000.
$1,000. You cannot get in if you are a single man.
You have to be a producer.
Wow, that is a weird one. That is actually discrimination. So the Black Lives Matter thing's going on the same weekend, huh?
That's the way all those things roll. You gotta bring a girl.
A lot of fists that weekend. A lot of fists up in the air.
They're not worried about the men. The men will show up no matter what.
No, that's always the problem with these things. We're having a wet dude t-shirt contest.
A wet dude t-shirt
contest?
Yeah, it's going to be big. Yeah, you're going to love it. It's not what you think. Sounds like it.
Hey, I'm a girl. How much does it cost to go to the wet dude t-shirt contest? Not allowed.
Well, immediately there's shit going to be there. I didn't have to pay. Did you pay? I didn't pay. It's like 3 chicks. You can't keep a secret. Really? You paid? Oh, I was working over at Safeway at the cashier, and they said there's an orgy contest, and I said I should try something different. I know I got kicked off The Voice.
It didn't even make it to the stage.
Yeah, no, I could win this. What? I mean, they're going for the record. So, what's the old number? I guess that's
I think the old record
731.
is 500. It's 500. It was in Japan. They had 250 couples. So they're trying to break that record.
The couples record or the? Because it's going to be 20 chicks.
It's got to be couples. You can't. It's apples and oranges.
Well,
it's dicks and dildos.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing because couples means, male and female. Right. If you just have 499 dudes and 1 chick.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. This is
going to 500.
It's a slow moving orgy.
I guess if they just get in a really long line, you just want to, I don't know. Do you want to be in the front of the line, back of the line? I'm not sure where you want to be in that line.
Ass to face.
And I don't know. It's kind of a shame they're not doing it in Rome. It feels like they should break the record in Rome.
That's the only place they should do it.
Or at least at the Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
You're in Vegas. Yeah. You couldn't find a Greek-oriented casino?
It's not like there's any integrity for any of those places on the strip.
Oh.
We're
doing it in room 608.
Remember?
What hotel? Everybody's talking on 608.
Remember the AVN Awards? I mean, they had that at was it the Bellagio or not the Bellagio?
No, it was, God, I can't think where.
But it's like they still did it. It's not like they decided not to do it.
Well, do you know, we were there and then we were up in the hotel thing and they were having big parties in the rooms. And at one point, what was her name? Belladonna?
Yeah.
She went downstairs and then came back. And I won't say there were a lot of drug use, but she was part of it. And Becky and I were both like, wonder where she went. Like, what? Like, is she on her period? No, what she went down, remember? That's when she did the, like, Dan Sawyer trashed for 60 minutes, trashed the porn industry, how they sucked her into it. She's from Utah.
Oh,
she got
really?
her best friend in it. Did this, comes back, and was back bubbly and just jumping around. And
Accepting her award.
yeah, but I mean, it was like, 150 people wandered on this floor, and you could go in any room and just hang out, and we were doing whatever. But she came back, and you never dreamt that she just went and stabbed the entire room in the back. I went, this is why you don't date porn stars.
Yeah, I got onto the show floor. We got in. My brother got popped.
God, do you remember him getting drug away by porn security? Like, what are they going to do to him?
All right, don't touch me. I'll go. Don't
Look
touch
what they do to the talent. What are they going to do to your brother? He's going to have a spider in his bum.
That's when they give the ultimatum. There's only one way to get out of this, and the music starts.
Dum, dum. Take him to the basement.
And then the award show, I remember they only had, was it 2 seats for Doug?
Yeah, it was a fucked
So like
up
his
mess.
mom and Renee were the only ones to go. It's really weird. It was
very
strict and
it was weird. And they really got to remember their egos are so high. They really think it's an award show. And you're going, I thought it was going to be tongue in cheeky, like, hey, and now you're just sitting there going, they really believe it. But when, cause there wasn't things. So it was a big fucked up part of that. So we were just going, no, we're fine. And so Becky and I walk out and paparazzi starts popping our pictures because like you're walking out.
Yeah.
Because what we didn't realize is as soon as they win their award, they leave.
Oh, yeah, fucking
They're like,
get up,
I'm not fucking out. They don't stick around for the other people. And I went,
win or lose, they start vacating.
wow. And you learned a lot on that weekend. That was an interesting one.
But that's the problem with conventions in Vegas is really who gives a fuck? You're in Vegas. You can go do something else.
The porn
There's
convention.
So many things
Think
to
about
do.
it. The porn convention. You go there and we were
After a while, you're just like, whatever.
No, that's when I summed up. I said, there's only 7 holes in the body. How many new products are coming out? I mean, they're going in, but they're not coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, they were all stingy about my brother, and we were out in no time. We were fucking around.
Like, yeah, what was he going to be? Hey, buddy, you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think he looked like a cop.
Yeah, that might have been it. He did. He kind of looked like we got a detective on the floor. That was early face recognition. Hey, how young are your girls?
Well, I think we can wrap this one up, guys.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful. It's
great. It's pool weather.
Yeah, ironically, John, the pool is up and ready to go.
Took 3 days.
Oh, well,
It's crystal blue water. It's fucking beautiful.
I went over there. I had heard that it's an above ground pool, John, but it's not what you think. It's the one where we did the Chaille challenge.
The Chaille challenge, the
cannonball.
naked cannonballs.
So I was sitting there in the funhouse, and Andrew, handyman Andrew, was over here, and there was talk about the pool, and I go, well, yeah, how much water's in that? He said, none. I go, what? And it just, the brutal summer heat, just, even the winter heat, or the winter sun out here, it's not good.
No, for
that vinyl. So, it completely evaporated that entire pool. And, so I went over the other day and swept it out, and, it didn't look like it was leaking. I go, well, if it holds water, we got another season out of this.
Yeah.
And at the very least, we'll just keep it filled.
Right.
It should.
Stock it with fish.
It filled up, one day I got it filled up, and then, 2 days I triple shocked it. Yeah. And, it's clear to go. No. I checked the chemicals. So, we'll wrap up and head on over to the pool. Come on over, John.
Come on over, John.
You're loud.
We have a lot of cool stuff in Anchorage too. We have wild animals everywhere, car thefts, carjackings. It's a good time.
I think it's great. I mean, they're having the back to school sale for the summer school kids. But nobody ever promotes that. I'd be like, hey, here's a hoodie and some fucking cut off jeans. You're going to be indoors. Enjoy. You loser.
You a sale on vape pens
Yeah.
for the junior high kids. You want to look cool in front of the elementary school kids, right? All right. You got anything else, John? I know you.
I know. Yeah, I got something.
Becker's got something.
What about the volcano? The volcano in Hawaii. So I said we're going to a little big chill. How long have I been telling you this? Now scientists are coming out. We might be going into another ice age. I go, no shit, Sherlock. That's what I told you when the volcanoes start going off. That's why I said earthquakes and volcanoes. This can be the most topical thing you can talk about. More than Tesla.
That's crazy. That was the island that we were on this last summer. Winter. I'm sorry.
Can you believe this shit too? That now, like, and Roseanne starts it, but we need to send money to Hawaii. Fuck you, Hawaii. Your fucking RVBO $900 a day to stay there, and now your car's on fire and your house is falling apart. You want me to bail you out? Fuck you. Fucking live on the rock. You live on a volcano. Let's go over it again. It's Hawaii means volcano.
In the area.
Listen. When we built our resort community on a volcano, we had no idea this would ever happen.
We're victims. We don't have enough insurance because we kind of cut back.
Wait, when you're driving from Kona, Kailua, and you go down Southern Point, and then as you start to creep back up the other side of the island where Hilo is, which is where we were headed, you actually drive across these lava fields. And we pulled out in this one area. And I mean, you see this and you're like, wow, but it's really hard to wrap your head around what you're looking at. Cause you're just like, oh, here's a lava flow. But then there's this placard. And it's like, you're looking and the picture that they're showing, you look up and it's that same landscape, like a moonscape with this craggly, lava. That picture was taken in like the 1780s. Yeah. And it's like, this is the flow. And there's people in like, these goofy suits that we're wearing for the aviation. They're wearing that back in the 1700s, 1800s. They're wearing this stuff.
They swam in those.
And they're walking amongst these lava flows that happened, 100 years before then. And then you see a different flow that came down, and that was a later one. And then you see the most recent one, and then you see lush jungle.
But I think this is going to be like earthquake in Alaska, where I don't think a lot of these people ever heard of volcano fissures, where they come popping up in your backyard.
Yeah.
And the one news anchor was like, it doesn't even look real. Like it's such a weird orange color. And he goes, and the smell from this poison gas. She goes, it's really hard to breathe. And I'm like, you are not the smartest weather person.
Well, that's when you see the lava entering the ocean and the dumping and all that, that's sulfur.
Yeah.
That's spewing out,
Sulfur gas.
Yeah. And they've got, out of Hilo, they've got a boat that goes down and they park off, just right off, they moor right off the shore where the lava's dumping right down into the ocean. It seems like a long way to go. Look, I go on a boat, I'm probably going to get seasick.
Right.
It better be to go see something other than sulfur spewing out.
You go, we have to stay a distance away because it's really not safe.
Oh, but Greg, have you ever smelt old eggs? It's just like that, but it takes 3 hours to get out there.
That's the thing. I just get too hungry. You're waving in our face.
Yeah.
There's not an egg bar here somewhere. Come on. How about a hard-boiled egg?
But it's not like, in Alaska, we have a ton of volcanoes. When, when Mount St. Helens in Washington, erupted, it just sent like ash clouds. And so like all these towns looked like it had snowed, but it was gray ash. But in Hawaii, it's just like seeping lava. So that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like, why don't they have, have they had like a giant like ash everywhere? Because it wasn't like an explosion like that, was it?
It's underground lava. That's what the weird part is. So it's just coming out of the ground, and then it's of course molten lava. So it's
the ash is from an explosion.
Eating people's Mustangs.
Yeah, that was a weird one, wasn't it?
Well,
you couldn't move it.
You knew
he's looking.
It's very
looking
slow. Lava's
cables.
very slow.
Does anybody have jumper cables?
Well, Mount St. Helens, that was a very violent explosion. So that's what shot the ash plumes, up into the atmosphere.
I know you guys aren't. I know you're not geologists, but I'm going to keep asking you questions.
Yeah.
Is it because Hawaiian volcanoes are more active and they're not like all pent up like?
No, they don't have
some of the other ones.
They don't have the surface area.
Oh.
So much of the island was built by lava. So therefore, it's like say when you hurt your leg and a scab grows up. The scab is Hawaii.
Actually, you are right.
And if you push down on it, you'll notice blood comes out of your scab. That's what's happening right now.
Well, see,
that's the perfect explain like I'm 5. That's the perfect.
The Hawaiian Islands are in a chain, and Hawaii, the big island, is the last one in that chain, which is because that is where the vent is that's spitting out the lava.
Break the chain, feel the pain.
Oh.
Yeah. So as the plate tectonics being a geological phenomenon, not a phenomenon, it's a fact.
Yeah.
As the plate moves, then that island moves away from that vent, and then it pops up another one.
Yeah.
And this doesn't, John, this happens in more than 1 or 2 lifetimes. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen before your eyes. The islands don't move that fast, but, maybe 50 years.
The people don't either. That's it. They might have too many people on the island. You ever think of that? They've all gained a little weight.
But that's what the island's doing. It's
shoving it down.
The island is creating more land because there's more people. They want more people there.
Yeah.
God has a plan.
Yeah.
I think I understand. So what you're saying is they should have thrown more virgins into the volcano, and all of this could have been avoided.
Good luck finding a virgin. But yeah, I mean, you don't get to Hawaii if you don't put out. I know that.
Just come to any of the AK comedy open mics. Come to our open mics, and you'll find plenty of virgins.
Yeah. But yeah, I just think it's one of those ones where they're going, we don't know what to do. Like the people are going on there, I don't know what to do. I go, well, I suggest right now there's a developer who knows what to do. He goes, all right, so how are we going to build on top of this when this cools down? It's like they're already doing it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Kaloahoa. You might have read our ads.
The floors are heated by lava. It's the cutting edge.
Yeah.
That's a serious thing over there, man. They have reverence to Pele or the mother, and it is one of those things where they don't fuck with it. They get the fuck out of the way, and then they know that this is all part of the island.
But before this happened, I was looking at a thing, and that's what the scientists were going. The stream that pulls the water from pole to pole, it slowed to the slowest they've ever seen it since we've recorded.
Talking about the Gulf Stream?
Yeah, the Gulf Stream. And they said, and the one guy goes, we have the data on what it's doing, and it's getting back to where it was in the 1800s when it did this.
Wow.
And he said, but the thing is, it almost seems weaker than the numbers we have for that. And he goes, we're not sure, but he goes, we don't know what the tipping point is. That's what he said, when it's a real disaster. And I think you're getting very close.
Oh, there you go. There's your bright and sunny outlook.
I checked it. Arizona doesn't get affected. John, not so much.
Damn, this has been a really educational episode.
Yeah.
Well, you might want to check some of those facts.
Don't go waste the bandwidth. Don't waste bandwidth.
Or just go ahead and make up. Repeat it however you feel comfortable with.
Yeah. Repeat up to what you don't feel comfortable with.
That's how I learn, Greg. I hear stuff from Becker. I repeat it in front of people, and they tell me I'm dumb, and I say, "Oh, okay."
Then if they hear the podcast, and that's the second time they heard it, they're almost 3 is they'll go to bat for you.
Third time they're like, "No, that's a fact."
I remember reading that.
I've heard that everywhere.
Yeah,
twice.
Maybe we should do a newsletter. That would be the third point.
That'd be it. We just flood them with it.
Subscribe to our newsletter.
Yeah.
All right.
Have we got any more emails?
No emails this week.
What the fuck?
But we had some good ones last week. We answered them all.
Yep.
And if you do want to get in touch with us, you want to ask us anything, hey, suggestions. Where should he go in
Germany
on his German vacation when he's going to be left alone?
Yeah.
Do Street View. Find the worst part of the town and send him.
Yeah. Just go to nearthewildpodcast@gmail.com and get in touch with us.
You listened to another episode of Near the Wild. I'm Matt Becker in Bisbee, Arizona, waiting to go jump in a pool.
And I'm John Norris in Anchorage, Alaska, trying to book cheap tickets and a cheap room at the Embassy Suites for June 2nd in Vegas.
And this is Ggreg Chaille, also in Bisbee, Arizona, pushing Matt Becker into a pool.
Good Foley.
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille. Recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's backyard bus. Produced and engineered in Bisbee, Arizona by Chaille.